Let's look at this subject, and I'll tell you why I'm disgusted. So today it looks like sex will be the topic of discussion. Now, sex isn't evil, for marriage is why God made it. But I know you're like, come on, Alan, that's too outdated. This is 2012, bro. We do it for recreation. And if you're in college, you do it while you're wasted. I want to look into this logic. Let's pop off the seal and let's question something we thought is already a done deal. For example, take a rape victim, and once it's revealed, when her bruises go away, is she totally healed? I mean, the damage is lasting. You can see it in her eyes. If this was just abused recreation, why did it ruin her life? I mean, if sex is just for fun, then why on us does it take such a toll? Maybe it's because you don't just have sex with a body, you have sex with a soul. So dudes, think twice before you desire her because she's hot, because your body makes a promise whether you do or not. We can't just sit by while people ignore this topic. How there are dudes in here who pressure her even when she says stop it. You're not a man, you're just a boy who can shave and puts on a good cover. Because if you don't respect her when she says no, you certainly don't love her. So start studying her heart and stop studying her booty. Or maybe invest the same amount of time in her that you do in Call of Duty. I mean, what makes you think you have the right to get a girl and get naughty? You just have to touch her heart and her mind first before you ever touch her body. Because she longs to be accepted, she longs to be loved, so she gives herself up to another guy's lust. It feels good at first, but then she gets bitter because the promise of satisfaction never delivers. See, she keeps saying, man, I don't want you, it's just too tempting. And she opens up the present just to find that it's empty. And then she starts to get confused because she keeps getting rejected by all these dudes. They tell her on a scale to 10, she's a 2. But that's not true. If she only knew that Jesus, He loves and accepts us. Even when we don't deserve it, He never rejects us. He heals us from that sin that totally infects us. He does what condoms can't. He emotionally protects us. I know some of you are like, this guy's whack, and you want to indict me. But we have to think rightly, so I'll ask politely. Can we really say this isn't true even slightly? Touch the forbidden fruit just to realize it's poison ivy. Now we're numb and we're itching and we jacked up our psyche. You don't think, you just do it like your name was Nike. Not realizing the consequences of sin is oh so pricey.
Everyone has their obsession. Consuming thoughts, consuming time. They hold high their prized possession that defines the meaning of their life. You are mine, 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 you are mine.
So this last story is for those who think they're too dirty. This last story is for those who think they're unworthy. Read John chapter 8, the woman caught in adultery. Religious leaders throw her naked in the temple while she yells, "Don't murder me." Jesus, the law commands us to stone this woman. You hear the hate in their tone. Jesus pauses and then says, whoever is without sin, you can cast the first stone. Can you imagine the sound? Silence all around. You hear footsteps walk away. You hear stones hit the ground. Jesus kneels down. The woman thought it was her demise. He lifts up her face. You see the grace in His eyes. I don't condemn you. Go and sin no more. I love and accept you. Mercy is yours. If you're anything like me, you're like, no, it can't be. No, I can't see. Why would He die for me? And then I saw that scene where I was redeemed. He reached out and touched me and said, Alan, you're free. Instantly, I was wearing the brightest robe I'd ever seen. Perfectly spotless, perfectly clean. I said, whose is this? He said, actually, it's mine. So stop and think before you eat what society feeds us. Come follow the King. His name is Jesus. Come follow the King. His name is Jesus.